Hello, lovely to meet you.
Hi,
Hello.
wonderful to meet you.
And I know Kinga's gone up the screen, and I hope you'll come back in a minute or two, Kinga, as well. But Lucy, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being willing to come and talk. It's great to be talking to you and talking to a human being as well.
Virtually.
Good. So you have got some questions. And for anybody that's not aware, we're talking about soul purpose today and soul signatures and who we really are and why we're here. So some big ones. So Lucy, over to you. What would you like to ask?
I'd just like to ask, how do you know that you're on the right track? Like, you could be doing something in life, you choose something, you go down a path, and all of a sudden you think, I'm not actually happy, this isn't fulfilling me. So how do you know? Okay. How do you know what we're meant to be doing?
I think you just answered the first bit of your question, Lucy, because if you feel that you're not happy, then you haven't found it yet. So, I mean, that's the first thing. The thing that I would say, which sounds so easy to say, and I know isn't easy to live, is I think we are never not on our path. I think we can never not be on our path, because whatever we're doing and whatever road we're walking, that is our path. We can't ever not be on our path. So if I look back at my life, I started out with a bit of a rough ride and a bumpy childhood, and I ended up being a teacher. And after a teacher, I left to have children. And my middle child was born with special needs, which meant that I went into special needs teaching. And following that, I started a special needs toy library, which I would never have done if it hadn't been for that. And having met women at the special needs toy library, I started running courses in assertiveness and confidence building and stuff like that. And then there was mental illness in the family. And having gone through that bit, then I trained to be a psychotherapist. Wow. And what I'm doing now, talking to you, involves all of that. Every single
you needed
thing.
Every little piece.
Yeah, every little bit.
To be where you are now.
Totally. Every little bit. And I wouldn't have known it at the time. And some of it was horrible. And I would have, at the time, I would have wanted it not to be so. But it's been right. And I wouldn't be talking to you now. I absolutely wouldn't be talking to you now if all of that hadn't happened. And then put on top of that lots of spiritual awakening stuff. But I didn't consciously walk a path. That's what I'm really saying. I just walked.
Yeah, just every step, keep taking a step.
Yeah.
One step forwards.
What is it about your, what do you feel drawn to? Where is the pull for you?
Well, music, dancing, anything creative like that. Okay. I play the piano, so I love. That's my muse, as you say. Brilliant. I just love to do that.
Okay.
Anything
so
musically.
More of the same. More of the same, because that will lead you somewhere. But in the meantime, playing music and enjoying music will take your soul signature vibration higher and higher and higher, because it'll be what you love. And as that happens and you're doing what you love, other things will fall into your path. I absolutely know that for dead cert. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I suppose it's just the pressure, isn't it? You feel a lot of pressure from society,
you do, anything,
to be in a job, in a career, maybe.
You do. But see, I think that's true, isn't it? And that pressure is huge. That pressure's huge. But society has largely forgotten who it is. Society is not really aware of who we are. Society doesn't think of us as spiritual beings on a human journey. society thinks of us as people who've got to get a job, get a good job, buy a house, earn lots of money, have lots of things. And yeah, that is the pressure. But I work with loads of people who have done that and are not happy. And they come to see me because they're not happy and they don't know why. And it's because they are doing what they think they ought to do rather than what would make them happy.
So it's doing what other people think that you should be doing.
Dead right. It's that. It's exactly that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So have you got lots of pressure on you to choose?
I feel like that, yeah. Mainly from myself, if anything.
Okay. And what is that pressure from yourself? What is yourself telling you to do? What is the pressure?
The pressure's just earn money, get a house, move out.
Okay.
Start a family, stuff like that.
Okay. So does the thought of that make you happy?
The thought of having my own place, responsibility.
Yeah.
Thought of having children. Yeah. Definitely makes me happy.
Okay. So the thought of somewhere safe to be, that you can make your own and decorate and style as you wish, and people to love and care for, that makes you happy?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Go after that.
Yeah, but then it's to get there, isn't it? You've got to... I don't know, you just got to get there. Somehow got to get there.
You see, I truly, I mean, okay, I am, how old am I? I lose track. I will be 66 or 67 this year, and I'd have to tot it up. But anyway,
I don't believe in age.
Nor do I. But the bit about age is that I can look back over all those years and I can think, I truly can think, everything was always working out for me. And the right things, if I just got out of my own way and I stopped thinking and trying so hard, if I just got out of my own way and I just trusted, whatever you want to say, I say trust the universe, but if you trusted that life is actually always giving you the right thing and is always showing you your path, and you know when it's right because you feel calm and safe inside, and you know when it's wrong because you feel all jittery and stressed and anxious inside. So keep following the calm, keep following. There's a difference between stress that's excitement, that might be taking you in the right direction, and stress that is, oh, the weight of this is just too much. Yeah. So if we get out of our own way and we think, how do I feel inside? What is my heart, my soul, my body telling me? And just keep walking and listen and look out for all the signs that beckon you this way or beckon you that way, and each time think, does this feel right? What is my gut feeling telling me?
Yeah, I just wish the signs were clearer.
Well, they will be shouting at you loud and clear. They will be. We're not always noticing and we're not always listening. And we don't know that's what we're doing. But, you know, do you spend time meditating, thinking, walking outside quietly just in your own company, letting ideas come into your head and float? Do you do that?
Not really.
Okay.
I try to go for walks and stuff. It's just getting the time to do that.
I know. Life is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does help you relax? Back. Yeah. What does help you relax? What?
Playing my piano.
Okay.
Just takes me away.
Okay. So maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's your time. to just go off away from the pressure of life and let the music flow and let your own soul flow with the music and see what comes to you while the music's playing.
Yeah.
Inspiration is there all the time. And if you love music, you'll know what I mean by that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just hard, isn't it? Life is difficult.
I think it's difficult when we put pressure on ourselves. And I think, you know, life is meant to be fairly easy. I don't mean without bumps and challenges and sometimes some really big stuff, but easy in the sense of we just keep walking and we trust that the signs or the opportunities or whatever it be, the beckoning happens. We just have to keep looking. And like you say, we can be so busy.
Yeah.
We don't always step back and notice those things. We sort of have to get out of our own way.
I will try this, Janny. I will try.
Well, I wish you all the best. And, you know where I am. If you need to message me or chat, get in touch.
I'm honoured that you even replied to my message.
Oh,
my God.
Totally. No, I love being in touch and doing this and talking with you and helping. So, yeah, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say?
Not really, just that you're amazing. I hope to be as content as you one day.
Well,
as I can
that's
tell
really kind of you. And you are amazing too. And you are on your path, truly. We're all amazing. We are all amazing just for being in these bodies, walking around on planet Earth, which is the most horrendous place to be a lot of the time.
I think life is beautiful.
You
just have to find it, don't you?
It is.
Find the beauty.
On that note, that is such a beautiful thing to finish with. Yeah.
Find the beauty, people.
Totally. Time for beauty, people.
Definitely. Thank you so much. It's been lovely speaking to you.
You are.
I'll definitely keep it in mind.
Great. Come back to me if you need to.
I will. Thank you.
Big love. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Kinga as well. Having talked to Lucy. Kinga, you're there. Hi. Thanks. Hi, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, finally.
Hi, that's really lovely to see you. Great. Good. Thank you so much for coming along to talk and share.
Thank you.
So, what would you like to ask? Where shall we go?
Well, my question was similar to Lucy's, to
Okay.
be fair. How do I know I am on the right path? How do I know this is what I meant to do in my life? But there was something what you said to Lucy which was really, really helpful to me.
Okay. And what was that, Kinga?
You said you can see the sign if you're watching out for it. And seeing the sign, as you said, is by slowing down a little bit in yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have been doing that.
Great.
The last 8 to 10 months, and I can see the difference in myself.
Brilliant. How lovely that you can notice the change.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm struggling. I still feel like something is holding me back.
Okay. Do you know what that something is? Do you have any sense of that at all?
I do feel like I haven't heard my inner child yet properly. I still feel like I have things in my subconscious.
Okay.
Which I need to bring out, but I don't really know how to do it, how to find the way.
So let's just go to the inner child that you've just talked about. And let me ask you first, when you talk about her, when you talk about the inner child, who is she?
She's a scared little girl.
She's scared?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's known some scary things and she's learned to be fearful.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give you a different idea which might help. So when I work with clients who have known what it is as children to be scared, to be fearful, who have known trauma, who've known what it is to not be safe, who have known what it is to dread that bad things are going to happen. When I work with people who have known that, and so many of us who are on this spiritual path have known that, because that's what makes a spiritual seeker. So many of us have known those things. When I work with people who have been seriously traumatized, one of the things that they so often tell me, and here's the really important bit, they will tell me that when dreadful things happened, when really bad things happened, they were able to look on and watch it happening from somewhere else. Now, sometimes it's from on top of a cupboard, sometimes it's from the ceiling, but they're looking on. This is in severe trauma. They're looking on. And what that is the part of the energy that they came to be, their soul signature, their pure and freest self, who came gladly and willingly and excitedly and eagerly and joyfully into this body. That part, which is their soul signature, splits off.
Yeah. Okay.
To stay safe, because there's no way that part is going to get broken or spoiled or attacked or ruined by this life experience. And so here's the thing, the bit of us that's left, that we call our inner child that needs healing, is actually the bit that is incomplete, because that part needs inviting back. So does that make sense at all? It's not so much that we've got to heal our inner child, it's that we've got to integrate all of us back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really makes sense. It really does.
So if we remain, if we talk about our inner child being scared and fearful, what that actually is us without that part that is staying safe. That part kept our soul signature safe. That is our pure essence. It hasn't left us. It's not gone somewhere. We're still energetically joined, but we are currently without that part. And I did an exercise with someone a while ago, where they went on a journey in imagination to meet their inner child. And they went into a room at the top of a castle, and they expected to see a little child scrunched up and frightened, sobbing in the corner. And they saw a purple dragon, feisty and breathing fire and jumping all over the place. And that was their inner child. And what their inner child really was totally different from what they'd expected it to be.
That gave me such a warm feeling that you just said that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So where does that take you?
At the minute, it takes me to the fact that maybe I don't know that inner child. Maybe I don't know that little girl.
Okay. How might you meet her? What conditions would you create that would help you to meet her? What does she need?
I think she needs to feel safe. She needs to feel the unconditional love. I think this is the one.
She feels safe. She's split off. She's safe.
It's me, the one who doesn't feel safe. Yeah.
If she comes back, what will she bring with her? What will she give you if she comes back?
Well, if she comes back, I guess she would bring everything back. She would make me whole again.
Okay. And what are the bits that are missing that she would bring back?
The braveness.
Okay.
The feeling of being safe and all
Okay.
that love that I feel that she needs and
Okay.
babies.
So she's been holding all that safe for you, Kinga.
Yeah.
She has been keeping you company and being alongside you, holding that safe. The bravery, the playfulness, the joy, the laughter, the fun, the trust, the not being frightened of life.
I do feel like I am meeting her lately.
Okay.
On a certain occasions.
Okay.
Like she's not a part of me, not 100% part of me yet. But I do feel like that she's coming closer and closer to me.
That's wonderful. When do you know she's around?
When I'm doing what I love most, and when I'm calm, and when I'm with my inner thoughts. It's when I'm doing my yoga and my meditation. So yeah.
That is so significant, because when you're calm and you're doing your yoga, your energetic vibration will be the best it's ever been to meet her, because she vibrates at a really high vibration. Mm-hmm. She is pure essence. She's pure love and joy and fearlessness. And so when you are doing yoga, that's the closest you're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can as well whenever I'm practicing, whenever I'm doing my flows. I can feel. Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
How could I get her back 100%? How could I reunite with her kind of?
Feel her energy and live her energy. So dance, laugh, sing, meditate, find joy, let joy in. Let her in. So often you've frozen, Kinga. I don't know if it's my connection, your connection. Can you hear me? Okay, I think Kinga's connection might have gone. She froze for a little while. So if the connection comes back, then she may well wish to come back and talk some more. But in the meantime, is there anyone else out there? Ah, hi. Kinga, do you want to come back in?
Yes.
Hi, hello. I don't know what happened. I think it must have been the connection or something.
No, it was. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I don't know how much of that you heard.
Yes. So my last thing I heard is you were just about to tell me how can I reunite.
Okay. I think I'm a great one for saying it's not about trying, it's about allowing. So all you've got to do is allow her in, and allowing simply means create the right conditions. Yeah. All allowing is, if we don't allow, it can't happen. So when we're trying really hard, we're in our head. We're thinking our way out of this, or we're thinking, how do I do this? How do I make this happen? And that is a block.
Yeah.
Because energetically, we just have to be open. We have to allow. If you are feeling it's time for her to come back, my goodness, she knows that. She will be so eager. She'll be jumping up and down with joy. You just got to allow her in. So create the conditions. So sing, dance, play music, meditate, go for walks in nature, do whatever opens you. And then start to feel her strength. Our inner child is not what we think. Our inner child stays safe. And what we think is our inner child is us without our inner child being integrated.
It's the other way around, isn't it?
It is the other way round.
Yeah.
So we do so much inner child work where we're trying to tell our inner child that he or she is safe and loved and there's nothing to fear. And actually what we don't realise is we're just talking to ourselves. Because actually our inner child knows that already. They do know that already. And it's not wrong, because we are comforting ourselves, but we are comforting ourselves without realising that there's this part that needs to come back. And that when we allow it back, that the joy and the fearlessness and the flow of life is suddenly rushing through us, and we feel the difference. It's simply an energetic thing. It's simply energy.
This is really, really helpful thinking about it in this way, because it absolutely changes my mindset too. And by changing the mindset, I'm able to put it into habit. So
great.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, have fun with her. She's ready. She's waiting.
I can feel it. She's screaming at me.
Great. Good.
Thank you.
Lovely. You're very welcome. Big love, Kinga. Big love. Bye. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Sending my love. Bye.
Bye. So that was so lovely to talk to you, Lucy, and to you, Kinga. Really lovely to be talking live rather than talking to a screen. It feels so much easier to be able to have a conversation and to help directly. So that was great to do. And I just wonder if, having seen a couple of people talking live, and that actually it's fine, and it really is just you and me on the screen talking. I wonder if there's anybody else there that would like to come and talk. And just to remind you, we're talking about soul purpose, our life path, our soul signature, who we really are. And I think so often we just forget. We get driven by all the pressures of life, and as Lucy said, what appears to be expected of us. And then we believe that that's what human beings are supposed to do as well. And so we put pressure on ourselves, and we lose our joy and our fun. Okay, I'm gonna have a look here. Hi, hello. Are we ready to go live? Hi there, hello. Okay, no. Somebody decided to join and then change their mind, so that's fine. If you don't feel quite brave enough to come and join me, and I would urge you, if you've got any impulse to do it, to just push that button and do it, because nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad will happen, and I will be very kind to you, and we will just talk, and it'll just be you and me. Ignore everybody else, just you and me. But if you don't feel brave enough to join, or you don't feel that there's a a reason to join, then maybe there might be a question that you would like to ask on this same subject. So, is there anything at all that anybody would like to ask about our soul signature, our soul purpose, walking our path, who we really are? And if not, are there things that you would like me to say more about? And if you type that into the comments, I will gladly talk about those things. That's fine. Another day would be great, and it would be lovely to see you. Maybe it would be helpful if I just talk about a little bit about what I understand to be our soul signature and our path, because for me it's very simple. It's that we are all one energy and we are all connected, and we see ourselves in each other. We see our own stories in each other's stories. We are mirrors for each other. We challenge each other. We make each other think. We heal each other. We learn from each other. And I believe we come from the creative energy that is the universe, and of which we are pure essence. And we come into a human body and we live this human life. And through this human life we learn and we grow and we are challenged and we make mistakes and we learn from them, and eventually we grow in understanding and compassion and tolerance and love, and then we go back to the oneness that we all are. And so we are never ever walking alone. When I talked with Lucy and Kinga about there are always signs, we are always being guided. We always have guidance, signs. We feel the rightness or the wrongness of things in our body. Our body tells us. We have our gut feelings and our intuition. We are never without guidance. But as we were saying earlier, it's that we need to listen to that guidance and to be open to it and to create the conditions. And that will vary, that will be different for each one of us. But it's where we find our peace and our joy. And when we find what gives us our peace and our joy, then we're able to listen. Then we're able to access our inner knowing and guidance and know what the right next step for us is. So I could just keep talking and talking, but that isn't really helpful, because I'm just talking to a screen on which I can see my face doing this all the time. So it would be great either to have a question or to talk with somebody, or actually right, I'm reading some of these. That you feel you were led here tonight is lovely, really lovely. Let's have a look here.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi there. Tell
Oh
me
my
how I pronounce your name.
So it's Suhaila. It's an Arabic
Suhaila.
name.
Hi, Suhaila. Lovely to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
this
so much
opportunity.
thank you so much for coming in and talking and, you know,
Wow.
sharing your thoughts with us all. So,
Well, I'm really happy to be here. I'm forever sharing your quotes. I've been suffering with depression in the past. I just got
right,
anxiety at the moment. I have like
right.
private counselling.
Sorry to hear that. That's
But no,
really
it's
hard.
fine. Honestly, I've come a long way. I used to be agoraphobic, getting my life back and everything.
Oh,
So
you
it's
are
cool.
doing so well. Well done, you.
Thank you.
I know what that takes. It takes a lot of courage and strength. So, well done,
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I'm only 31, and I guess it all kind of started at least 10 years ago, but a lot of it was just past trauma experiences. I need to talk about things, because being from my culture, you don't really speak about certain things.
Sure, and
So
then you have to hold it all inside.
Yeah, that's what happened with me.
And then it's held in your body instead. So you normally have
then it
lots of
manifested
anxiety.
and came out as anxiety.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all because I lost my voice, you see, my voice chakra.
Right. I'm so sorry.
I lost my voice completely.
Gosh.
Like, I think
And
that's what
listen
happens.
to you now, Sailor. Listen to you now.
I know.
Wow.
Can you feel the energy? It's a complete
Absolutely.
difference.
Absolutely.
I'm just literally, I want to be like obviously being from someone who suffered a lot. I want to be where you are. I've been helping people, you know, to get them out of there, because obviously I've been there. I'm still there. Like, I feel like I'm only 80% cured. I mean, I don't know how well anybody is these days, to be honest, mentally or physically.
I think we are all, I think we're all works in progress, Sailor. I really do. And I think those of us, and you know, you are clearly.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh my God, you're so lovely.
I think those of us who end up being healers, and you are describing yourself as a healer.
I've cried rivers.
Because
I've got really
but
I cry for
what
everyone.
what a healer is someone who is doing their own work and is in a place where they are just far enough along to be able to create conditions and share wisdom that can allow another to heal themselves. We heal ourselves. We heal ourselves because somebody else stands with us and walks alongside us. Who
sometimes
has
they just need to listen, and that does all the work for us.
Well, I think sometimes we need another to help us.
We do. Yeah.
But that other doesn't heal us. We heal. They help create the conditions. That's what my counsellor said. I was like, oh, wow, you've done amazing. You know, you've helped me. I remember I couldn't even walk out the front door with agoraphobia. And when I'd broken the barrier, and I was like, look what you did. And she goes, no, the strength was always there. You just forgot. Walked out of the door. You walked out of the door.
Oh my God, I know.
Suhaila, you walked out of the door.
In yourself, and you think you're not all these wonderful things, but she's telling you you are, and you're looking at her like, so you talking about me?
Yeah, believe it.
Honestly. Yeah, other people's belief in me are what carried me, because I didn't have it in myself, but I do now.
No, I understand that. We need to borrow another's strength sometimes and self-belief, don't we? But that's what I mean about when someone lends us their strength or their belief, we borrow it for a while. Yeah. And so when you say that you're now helping other people to realise they can do more than they think,
of course they can.
You are lending them your belief. Because
I don't
someone
want people to suffer like I had to. You know, I went through so many avenues and all these different therapies that worked and didn't work. So I don't want people to waste their time. Sure.
So, okay, well, that's great. You've got some wisdom to share. You've got some wisdom to share. When you say you don't want people to waste their time, what would your advice be? I'm going to say, you know, like, life is really short, and if you do have a problem, just don't sit there and think you're the only one. There's plenty of us going through it. Like, just voice it. Text a therapist online or get your story out there. Don't hide, you know? Like, just reach out for help. Wow.
Because I did that, and I spent money on all these expensive therapies and NLP and this, that, the other. I didn't get anywhere. My biggest problem was I should have opened my mouth sooner. But when you've been abused, whether it's physically and verbally, which is both in my case,
you've been silenced, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been taught to be fearful and to feel under threat, and then we lose our voice.
You do. I mean, even my parents, like, obviously split up and things like that. I've been through bullying and abuse, physical, mental. My mum had issues. I was a young carer, so I guess it was going to take a toll on me eventually.
Absolutely.
But I survived it, and there was days where I was crying and I thought I wanted to just die, you know?
Do you know, your story is so inspiring, and you've no idea how many people will be watching, who will be listening.
If you've got any questions, just DM me. I'm going to refer you to whoever worked. And Janny is amazing. Just honestly, Janny, your quotes, everything, you know, you hit the nail on the head.
Well, I'm really so glad that they speak to you and that they help, Sohaila. But I want you to know that you too are amazing. You walked outside and you are speaking. And you couldn't go outside and you lost your voice. Not only are you speaking, you're speaking in a live stream. Deep bow to you. Deep bow to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope I helped you guys. And please just talk about it. If you've got anything, don't worry about the stigma. I used to be worried about, oh my God, they're going to call me insane. I'm getting a therapist. They're going to.
You don't need me, guys. Listen to Sohaila. Just listen to Sohaila.
Forget about the labels, you know? I used to think, oh my God, they're going to say I'm depressed. They're going to say I'm seeing a therapist. I've got anxiety. Oh my God, I'm crazy. You're not crazy. We are so strong, and we couldn't hold on. We held on for a very long time. We just needed a bit of help, you know? This was our journey, and we fell, and, you know, we hit rock bottom. The only way is up. Like,
absolutely. And sometimes we need to hit rock bottom to realise that we can get up. You know, sometimes we don't believe it until we hit rock bottom and there's nowhere further to fall. And then we find it.
Rock, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You must have been there for some people one-to-one and maybe counselled them, and you know what that's like.
I think most of us who are on this spiritual journey have been there. We have all been there.
I think that's why you're so wise. You must have been through quite a lot of these things that you're helping people with.
I think, you know, I think the human journey for all of us is really challenging. And so what you say, Sohaila, about reach out, we need each other.
We do.
Drop the stigma.
There's only so much you can do alone. I thought it was a one-man show, and you can't. You're going to burn out.
Yeah. And then when you do reach out, you discover that there are so many other people who have been where you are, who can lend you their strength so that you can then lend your strength to another. And isn't that amazing?
That is beautiful. I love that.
Isn't that circle of healing amazing?
That's what we need today. I mean, look at the situation we're in. If we all stick together, we could really make a change, you know? It's not a one-man game.
Yeah, we just need to love bomb, really, don't we? We just need to love bomb everywhere.
Just love everywhere. Regardless of colour, creed, religion. I just don't...
Totally.
It's honestly...
Because at the end of the day, it's about oneness.
It's about oneness. That's what,
You look
That's how I see the world, but not everybody does.
No, you look into the eyes of a stranger. We look into each other's eyes now, and we see oneness. We see soul.
You're amazing.
Speaking
I can feel it. I can see
to soul.
I can't believe I'm here.
Well, I love that you're here, and thank you so much for showing up.
Oh my God, you're welcome. Anytime. Honestly, I want to help. I want to inspire. I know what it's like when I was reaching out and there was nobody there, and I had to literally pick up myself, even despite being surrounded by family and friends. Yeah. They don't really get it.
I think sometimes when we're reaching out and there's nobody there, we're reaching out to people that can't help us. Yeah. We're actually reaching out to people who are frightened themselves of what we're going through.
And that was my rock.
Okay.
And I found my own counsellor. She's amazing.
Lovely. And I think, you know, I think the thing about prayer, whoever we believe that we're praying to, or I mean, prayer is communication with.
It's just
the
to a
loving
higher
energy,
entity, isn't it? You could call it anything. I mean, I've done philosophy and ethics, so I've even, obviously I'm Muslim, but I've discussed where did God come from? Does he exist? Because I've looked into Aristotle, Plato. Like, I'm very, I'm not the regular Muslim you'd meet on the street.
Yeah. Well, but the key thing that you're saying is that prayer is connecting to the highest energy of love in the universe.
The highest energy of love, all sorts of peace, wherever
we
it is.
call that energy by many names, but it is
it's
the one energy.
Names. I feel like religions are like different parts, but the end,
I agree.
The destination is the same.
Totally agree.
That's what
I totally agree.
God.
I think we all have bits of the truth.
We're definitely one people. We are. We just need to realise that.
And isn't that, when you do realise it, when you do look into the eyes of another human being and you see the soul that they are.
The soul. I love the soul. That's where I like to connect.
Then you know that we are one, don't you? You
Definitely.
can't miss that.
No. Oh my God.
I think you've shared and given so much, Suhaila, today.
Thank you. No, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I've just been posting your quotes. My mom goes on about you, and when I tell her I was on your live, she's just going to go crazy.
Well, it's been an absolute thrill and a pleasure and an honour to talk to you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone. And follow Janny, and she's amazing. And DM either of us if you need any help about anything. We're here to help you.
That's great. Thanks so much, Suhaila. Big love.
You. Bye.
See you around. Yep. Take care.
Definitely.
Bye. Wow, what an evening. What an evening. What an enormous amount of shared wisdom and shared experience and oneness. What an amazing evening. And I look at the time and I see we've got 10 minutes left. So they were 3 amazing conversations, and I hope those 3 conversations helped you guys and, offered things for you to think about, that you maybe will bring back to future live streams, and or message me with and ask that we talk about some more. But we've got 10 minutes, and if anybody else would like to talk some more or come in live and talk with me, we have 10 minutes. Or ask questions, we have 10 minutes. So I wonder if there's anything any more that anybody would like to say or ask. That's a lovely comment. Thank you. And to all the lovely souls tonight. And yes, indeed, were there not some very beautiful souls tonight? And it's been a pleasure to talk with you guys. Anything else? Anyone else? I sort of feel that it's pointless me sitting talking at the screen, because I'm just talking and talking and talking, and I could just keep talking quite pointlessly, but I'd so much rather talk about things that are of help and of use to you. So if you have a question, ping one in the comments, and in these last few minutes I will happily answer them. Okay, thank you for that. So so in these last few minutes there are 2 questions here. I'm going to take the first one first, Laura, which is, I'm always hearing about letting go, but how would you describe what it is to let go? And okay, so I think letting go means finding peace. I think letting go means finding peace. And we find peace when we make a decision about what it's worth hanging on to and what it is not worth hanging on to. So sometimes it can be really difficult to let go of something by way of saying, I'm going to walk away from that. I'm not going to dwell on that anymore. And one of the ways that I think we can try to do that best is by saying to ourselves, and this is the thing, Laura, I think if we say to ourselves, that has happened, or that is happening, if it's something that has happened, then I can't go back and change it. It already has happened. And I probably can't go back and change that person, because they may well still be the person who was involved in what happened. But there is one thing I can do, and this is how we let go. We say, this is my journey, and my journey involves taking wisdom and learning and experience from what I go through, so that I grow and move forward on my journey. So letting go means, what have I learned? What has this taught me? I can't go back and change it. What has this taught me? I must forgive myself for not knowing back then, but I can know now. What do I learn? What do I take from this? Right. What I've learned and what I can take from it will grow me. It will expand me. I will be wiser, more compassionate towards others because of what I've gone through. This is oneness. This is lived oneness. Letting go is saying, what has this person who has hurt me, or whatever it be, what has that hurt taught me? I can keep going back over it and become bitter and become stuck, or I can say, thank you for the lesson. I'm walking away now. I'm moving on, and I have grown through this. I have grown through this, and this is my journey. That's yours. You walk your path. I'm going to walk mine. Does that help, Laura? Does that help at all? Okay, I don't know if Laura's still there or not, but anyway, I've answered Laura's question. And Piano by the Sea, what a lovely name. Do you have advice for finding peace from anxious thoughts? Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? Oh, great. I'm glad it helped, Laura. Good. Come back to me if you need more. But do you have any advice for finding peace from anxious thoughts? Here's a weird thing. I'm going to say blink. Blink, break the thought, look away, think about something else, and remind yourself that the thought is imagination only. Blink to break the synaptic link, look somewhere else and say, this is a thought I'm making up. I'm making this up. This is an entire story that I'm making up. These anxious thoughts are a story. Instead of making up a story, I need to make a plan. I need to make a plan. Instead of feeling helpless about what I feel I can't do in this story, I need to decide what I can do. Who can I phone? What change can I make? What step can I take? What decision can I make? What choice? Go to what you can do rather than what you can't. And remember that it is only a story. An anxious thought is purely a story, and it never applies to this moment. In this moment, we are not in the story. In this moment, we are always safe. In this moment, it's always okay. It's always this moment. Anything else is a story or a memory. In this moment, it is always okay. And in this moment, and in this moment. In this moment, we are always safe. Everything else is a story. Everything else is a story. Catch the story, blink, look away, say, this is a story. In this moment, I am safe. It is always this moment. Piano by the Sea. What a lovely name. I don't know your real name, but Piano by the Sea. I hope that helped. Great, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Definitely blink. The blink breaks the synaptic link. So you've got this story going on, which is going down a synaptic pathway. Blink. That's why we blink. We blink, it breaks the thought. Look away, say, oh, this is a story. Tell yourself a different story. Make a plan. Say, this is what I can do. This is what I'm going to do. And then come back to, in this moment, I am always safe. And it is always this moment. It is always this moment. Blink. It is always this moment. Okay, guys, it is almost time. And the bit that I hate is when it clicks out and I'm gone without being able to say goodbye. So I'm going to do that now because we're very close to the end. But I want to say that was a really wonderful live stream. And thank you so much to those of you who took part, either by coming in live or by asking questions. I have so enjoyed and been so honoured to talk with you. And I just want to say thank you, be kind, stay safe, big love, and enjoy the tea and cake. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.